You did not accidentally click on this video. This video showed up on your page for a reason. If you are done living mediocre life, if you deep down know that you are meant to live a bigger life, then this video is for you. In this video, I am going to talk about why do you feel stuck? Why do you feel like you are living purposeless life? Why do you feel like life can be bigger? And then I am going to talk about 5R framework. This is the same framework I use at the age of 36, from being mediocre person to living a fulfilled life, going from an average life and living such a blessed life. And now I am not only a content creator, I run my own brands. I coach many people to change their life. And I am so blessed to live that life. And this is my soul mission. Why I create videos to empower you, because I know life is beautiful. Life is so beautiful. And we all meant to live bigger life. So let's talk about it. Why do you feel like that you are stuck? And let me be very clear. It doesn't mean that you are lazy. It just means that you are living an autopilot life. That's right. Every single day, you are doing the same thing over and over. It's like you're eating the same food. You're doing the same thing. You're going to the same restaurant. You are going to the same grocery place for shopping. You're doing every single thing the same way. And you are just busy caring for everybody, caring for your family, caring for your kids, caring for your parents, for your friends. Every single person in your life matters, but just not you. You're just exhausting because all the time you are proving your worth. Every single relationship, you are just trying to prove that you are worthy. But today, I am going to give you the same mindset, the same framework that I followed. So at age of 36, when I realized that I meant to live a bigger life, when I start to realize that life can be beautiful, life can be even more fulfilling than what it is right now. What changed is me going from victim of life to controlling how life should be. And this made a huge change. But I know a lot of us still live this victim life. Everything that is happening around of us is not impacting how our life is. Believe it or not, whatever life you have, knowingly or unknowingly, you manifested it. Meaning, whatever money you are making, what kind of relationship you have, what kind of city you live in, what kind of life that you have, it's all based on your subconscious mind. It's all based on how you feel deep down about yourself. If you are in a toxic marriage because deep down, this is what you have seen in your parents' life, or this is what you have seen around you, or this is what you feel deep down, that this relationship feels safe to you. You know that person is toxic for you, but you are still with that person because you feel like this is safe. This feels home. Deep down, you don't realizing you're self-sabotaging yourself. Or you know that you are meant to earn better salary. You know that you could be making much more than what you're currently making. But subconsciously, you are settled for less. Subconsciously, you believe that you are only meant to make this much money. And this only change when you come out of the victim mentality. And this is the kind of mentality I had. Everything that was happening, oh, because so-and-so chose my career, oh, because so-and-so type of situation I have, oh, because this is kind of the job that I have. There's no job in the job market. And that was not the case. As soon as I took control of my situation, as soon as I said that enough, I am going to create my beautiful life. If I am not happy, I am going to make that change. You cannot expect somebody else to rescue you. You cannot expect somebody else to change things, circumstances around you. How? If you have victim mentality, nothing is going to change. Even if things changes, very soon you are going to collapse everything. Why? Because you haven't changed your mindset. And that made a huge difference. And after watching this video, I want you to turn around. Turn things around you right now in this moment, promise to yourself, promise here, and type it in the comment section that I am creator of my life. I'm not a victim of my life. And I want you to write down right now, because that changes everything. And trust me, it has changed a lot for me. When I stop reacting to the things that was happening, when I stop reacting how the outer world was feeling, I control the inner world. I control how I react to situation, how I react to the emotion, how I react to people. Everything changes. It's me who has a control over my life. Nobody else has a control over. And once you are out of the victim mentality, oh my God, you are going to see huge difference. And talking about the victim mentality, one thing I'm going to share with you that helped me a lot, I have stopped listening, watching to everything that is happening around you. Why? Because a lot of things are so negative, and my brain is very fragile. I'm a very sensitive person, and I know if I listen and watch something, that is going to wire in my brain for a long time, and I won't be able to focus on myself. If you are somebody that is similar to me, you're a very sensitive person, then I would say stop listening and watching what is happening around you. Just focus on yourself. And next, let's talk about the R framework. I am going to talk about the 5R to rebuild your life. And first R is reflect. If you don't empty your cup, then how are you going to make a space for a new things? So take out pen or paper and write down every single thing that is wrong in your life. For example, in my case, I didn't like the job that I had. I didn't like the career. I was sitting in my office all day, but I was looking outside of the window and thinking, when I'm gonna go outside and why am I stuck here? And I realized that the kind of the work that I was doing, it doesn't fulfill my soul. I don't enjoy it. So write down everything that is wrong in your life right now that you think can be better. It could be your relationship that you're not happy. It could be your friends that you have a very toxic friend, or it could be the kind of money that you make. You're not happy. You want to make more money. Write down very specific everything that is wrong in your life. And I know emotionally it is very heavy. It's very heavy to write down everything that is wrong. But remember, if you don't take control of your situation, you're always going to blame the other person. You're always going to say, I am unhappy because the partner in my life is toxic. It's you take control. Write down every single thing that is causing you to live miserable life. Now, the second R is remove. You have to clear digital and mental space. And first, let's talk about the distraction. When you are going to rebuild your life, you need to remove things. And the best way to look at it, think of this way. If your cup is full with the toxic people, if your cup is full with the things that is distracting you, if you don't take it out, there's no enough room in there. There's no space for more new things to come. When it comes to distraction, unfollow all the people that makes you look small, that makes you feel small. Unfollow all those people that doesn't give you any inspiration, any education, or any entertainment. If you feel like you're just following them, unfollow them. Second distraction is if you feel like you're going too much on social media. There's nothing wrong with social media as long as you put time on it. I love to use 1sec app. What it does, it blocks me every time I go on any social media. So then it gives me kind of like a prompt. If I still wanted to use it, I click on all these options and then I go on the app. But otherwise, it's most of the time it blocks me. And I'm going to tell you something. When I decided that I want to make a change, the first distraction I removed is social media. I stopped going on Instagram. I stopped going on anything. I started my YouTube channel and I was kept posting videos. I didn't even tell my friends and family until this date. all the community that I'm building, all the people that you all are following, they are not part of my friends and family. You know why I did that? Because you don't need your friends and family all the time. When you are building your life, you just want to be in your space. So go in your lane, put on that visor, and only focus to rebuild your life and remove all the distraction from your life. And it could also be some toxic people. If you are surrounding with the negative friends, you know that you share ideas or your dreams with them, and they just bring you down. They just say, oh, these things not going to happen to you. Or they might say that your goals are too big. Then you know they are toxic people. Then you know that they are not right kind of friend. So stop hanging out with the people that make you look small, the people that make you small. They drain your energy, mental and digital. Detox is very important. Now, next, let's talk about now rewiring your brain, because now that negative things are out from your system, this is where you are going to introduce a new habit, meaning rewiring your brain. The best way that I can think of is by reading books. And if you have not watched my video on the top books that helped me to change my mindset, I am going to link somewhere right here. Click on that video, watch it right after finishing this video, because you have to change your mindset. Whatever you do, the mind controls the 80% of the things. 20% is your strategy. And you have to rewire your brain by reading books, watching podcasts, watching videos that inspire you. And by rewiring your brain, you are changing the person you used to be. And this is a very beautiful process. And I love that, because now you are building a new identity. You are building this new person that is happy, that is content in life. That person is rebuilding her life and she is so happy. She doesn't hang out with the people that is distracting to her. She doesn't hang out with the people that are toxic to her. She reads book, she watches videos that inspire her, and then she listens to the podcast. And this is how you are going to rewire your brain and build a healthy habits. And talking about healthy habits, I highly recommend you read Atomic Habit if you have not read already. Talking about habits, let's talk about routine. You need to build a successful routine, meaning you cannot do the things that you have been doing for years the same way. You cannot just wake up 10 minutes before going to work. You cannot do that. You cannot just waste your time watching Netflix all day long. You cannot just waste your time on the phone all day long. You have to build a successful routine. Whatever it could be, it could be waking up 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning, whatever it is, 10 minutes journal, whatever that works for you. But I highly recommend you have to build a routine. First thing that I did that I wanted to change in my life, I start waking up 5 in the morning. And trust me, I'm not a morning person. Now I am. I wake up 4:30, but before I was never been a morning person. I hate waking up in the morning, but now I wake up 4:30 no matter what happened in my life every single day. And that gives me so much time. I literally spend first 2 to 3 hours just on myself by doing journaling, by meditating, by exercising, and by reading books. No matter what happened in my day, I never go by not doing meditation and reading my books. These are core essential to me. So if you want your bigger life, you have to build a routine and you have to stick with it. You cannot come up with excuses. There are some days when something just happened and it's all right, but you have to go back to your routine. But without building routine, you're just gonna fall back to the same life. And then, my friend, the last R is reclaim. You have to reclaim your voice. You have to reclaim your purpose. And this is when you are going to write down that what is your purpose? Why are you here on this earth? What is that you are meant to do? And it cannot just be your 9 to 5. It has to be bigger than that. It has to be something that you're passionate about. And doesn't mean that you have to quit your job and do this bigger thing. If it is, then more powers to you. Go ahead. But it could be just that something that excites you. It could be learning piano. It could be learning painting, whatever it could be. But I for sure can tell you that life is much, much bigger than just 9 to 5. And this is where you are going to learn so much about yourself, finding what is your purpose, reclaiming your voice, reclaiming that you are control of your life. And I am going to say something to you, and I wish somebody would have said that to me, that clarity comes when you start doing. Clarity comes when you start taking an action. You cannot sit there and say, well, when I find my purpose, that's when, Ankita, I'm going to do all these steps, because otherwise I'm not doing. This is where a lot of us gets wrong. You are only going to learn a lot about yourself once you start take that first step. Without taking that first step, you are never going to find out what is you're passionate about. What is your bigger purpose? And sometime by taking an action, you are going to learn a lot. But that only happens when you take an action. And this is something I am going to say, by watching any of the video is not going to do anything. You have to believe in yourself and take the action. And don't wait for any further to take the action. Take action right now. If you want me to do a video on how to stack an habit, how to build healthy routine, habit that works for me, I would love to do that. Leave your comments. What do you think about that? If you need a step-by-step guide how I manifested my dream life, then I highly recommend watching this video. And this is your big sis here, and I am giving you all the powers, all the energy that you are meant to do bigger things. Just start, take an action, and write in the comment section that you are not victim of your life. You are creator of your life, and you have a full power, and you are going to change the life. Thank you so much for watching this video. I so appreciate if you could subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.